Welcome to TCS. This is our showroom walk around. We've got here a UK registered, US supplied 71 plate Dodge Challenger. She's a 2020 model on a 71 plate. She was UK registered from new, and we supplied her a delivery mileage to original owner. So she's in Dodge Challenger RT. She's a 50th edition. They only built 70 in each colour. She's a 5.7 HEMI V8 with an 8-speed automatic gearbox with remote start. So she's one of 70, and this one is in indigo blue, which I would say is probably my favourite colour. A bit swayed between Plum Crazy, Sublime and this one, but this is definitely one of my favourites. And I do prefer this interior. This has got a very, very nice, unique anniversary interior. So this one's only done around 9,500 miles. So factory options, we've got the 50th anniversary package 28F, which was $5,000. That gives you the 50th badging, unique patterns and accents, copper weave stitching, satin wrapped hood, roof and trunk, or you could say bonnet, roof and boot. We've got illuminated air catcher headlights, which we'll go through in a minute. We've got white instrument dials with the 50th badging, and when you start the engine she comes up with the 50th diagram. We've got Berber carpet mats, which if you're old enough you'll remember from the 70s. Very good quality high weave from carpet mats. So we've got climate front seats with heated and chilled seats, premium stitching on the dash and door panels, flat bottom steering wheel, heated steering wheel. We've got 4G Wi-Fi hotspot. We've got the Dodge performance pages, and we've also got the Super Track pack. We've got the media hub with the 8.4-inch Uconnect media. Harman Kardon stereo, that's an option which has been added onto this one at $1,800. That gives you 18 premium speakers plus 2 subwoofers in the boot. Probably the best stereo I've ever heard, and we've sold Bentleys, Porsches, Mercedes, you name it, and this has got to be one of the best, if not the best, I've ever sat and listened to. 8-speed torque-like gearbox is another $1,500. Power sunroof, $1,295. Uconnect 4C with Apple and Google, so you've got Apple CarPlay, Google Android at $800. We've got, as standard, climate control, cruise control, rear camera, rear parking sensors, performance suspension and active exhaust. I think it's about 2.5-inch bore, so you do not need to upgrade the exhaust in my opinion. Track pack, keyless entry and start, tyre pressure monitoring and onboard computer. So this one is an import from outside the EU, so it's ULEZ exempt if you're going to drive into London or one of these new zones. £325 a year road tax, or £25 a month. Sorry, £26 a month. First MOT will be September 24. Last service was January 23 at 8,500. It's got 88% oil life left. We've got both the remote keys. Last time we sold her, very fussy gentleman, as you should be. Looked after it incredibly well, so thank you Dave, and had it ceramic coated by us as part of the deal. And he's also fitted an engine dress kit which we supplied with the car, which we'll go through and show you shortly. I'm just going to put my paperwork down, which I need to help me remember all the fantastic spec on this car. So we've got 20-inch satin black alloys, which to match the wrap on the bonnet. The car came with satin silver wheels. Previous owner wanted them changed, so we changed them. We're going to leave them in black. Does look good, and it's the new owner that will obviously decide what which wheels we're going to stay with. So the air catchers are what the Hellcat has, which is in there. It shows you the illuminated side, and they're called air catchers because the air can vent through there. You've got the vented snouty bonnet on here. I've left the packaging front splitter yellow accents on the car. I like them. 50% of people don't like them. They're easy to take off. I can do it in less than 60 seconds. There's your sunroof. You've got tilt up, and you've got slide back, and you've got a blind. Now I love the interior on these 50th. They've got what looks like a ribbed effect, which reminds me of interiors from the 1970s. Carpet mats are Berber, very nice quality too. You've got the digital dash, you've got the auto gearbox, in fantastic condition. 50th logos everywhere, so you've got 50th on the seats, over on the dash there and on the back of the car, which we'll look at shortly. You've got 5 seats for 5 adults and 5 seat belts. Being a sunroof, if you're over 6'4", 6'5", the sunroof cartridge takes up about 1.5 inches. Without a sunroof, people that are 6'5", 6'6", it's more comfortable without it. I'm okay because I'm only about 3 foot. Copper colour stitching, electric driver's seat. Let's take a look in the boot and then under the bonnet. Suede on the door panels as well. HEMI badging, that may get changed. We may put full length stripe down the side, but let's see. So you've got 50th badging on the rear spoiler. Nice big boot. You get your golf bats and cricket stumps in there. All the things you want to do. You've got rear folding seats, 60/40. They fold down. And in here it's got the business end of the stereo. So instead of a spare wheel, who needs a spare wheel? We've got a Harman Kardon huge 2 subwoofers. So when you're driving along, you'll quite often notice that the rear view mirror is bouncing, vibrating from the from what this produces. But if you like your music like me, this is the stereo to have. They do an Alpine stereo, which is half the price, but half's good. Saying that, standard stereo is terrible. It's just that if you're really into music, this is the one to have. She was wax oiled from new, so she's incredibly good condition. In fact, Dave, the last owner, only really used her for car shows and just knocking around locally. Hence, the condition's still been remarkable. The sun's not out at the moment. We're just before Halloween 2023. The sun does come out. I'll be able to show you how lovely this colour is in the sun when the metal particles give you a nice shine. We've got the daytime driving lights on at the moment, the orange lights. So engine dressing kit is on the top of the engine cover, which is this chrome cover. I'm not going to go too far towards it, otherwise you'll see my ugly mug. You don't want to see. We've got completely corrosion-free bonnet. Always keep your bonnet clean in here, and perhaps even give it a little bit of grease. Just keep that one nice and clean. Now, interestingly, they paint and lacquer the inside of these engine bays. Yet I open up engine bays to Audis. Quite often they're in primer and they're not even lacquered. So Dodge is supposed to be a budget brand, but I think they just put their heart and soul into these Chargers and Challengers. Quality is really, really good. Aircon nice and cold. The stickers are all still on her. All still nice and clean. So this one's only done 9,500 miles. Fully bed in, that V8 will be 40,000 miles. So you're a quarter of the way there. Let's take a bit more look inside. So there's a touch-up paint made up to the colour of the car. The exact colour code to go with the car. We've got both the remote keys, which have the remote engine start on them as well. There's your climate screen. Mileage, we've got 9,778. Now I'm going to turn the engine off, back on again, just to show you how it greets you in a 50th, which is unique. We are going to change the batteries and the fobs. They tend to wear out only every 6 months. There we go, Challenger 50. It's just my seatbelt's not on. Right, so we've got onboard computer, we've got cruise control. You can flick it from miles per hour to kilometres per hour just with one button, as you have to be able to do in the States when you're tripping over to Mexico or Canada. 88% of engine oil life left. got reaction times you can set. She's doing 25 miles a gallon. These things will easily do 30, early 30s if you're on a run. There's your headlights, which are automatic. You've got engine remote start. We're on Funky SX. We've got climate control. There's the controls for heated and vented seats on there. And then we can go to phone. It'll ask us to pair a phone, so you can run your music through radio or through the media. We've got navigation. You can run all your apps from your phone, Apple or Google, Android, through the USB in the armrest, which I'll show you shortly. I haven't got it connected to the phone at the moment. Let's go to the apps, and from there I'll just show you on here. We've got sport mode. When you hit the sport button, that puts the green flag up there, so you're in sport mode, to tell you you've gone all sporty. We've got super track pack there, so the shock absorbers, the dampers are yellow, which harks back to the 1970s, possibly sooner. We've got the launch control on here via Dodge Performance Control, and you can set up your paddle shift and which gearbox mode, etc. Let's come out of that second. Let's go into performance pages. Now that'll take a little while to load. That's normal. 50th anniversary Challenger there. You've got all of your book pack, lock and wheel bolt adapter in there as well. They were factory fitted. Just loading up the performance pages whilst we're doing that. One of my favourite things on the Dodge Challenger, Dodge Brothers logo, which is actually inside the armrest, and you've got USB and 12 volt adapters in there. Now we're on the performance pages, so we've got the home screen with your coolant, oil, battery and oil pressure. We've got more gauges, timers. One of my favourites is this one. So this is the engine horsepower and pound-foot torque. Interesting, if you're doing about 70 miles an hour, it's probably using 25 horsepower, and you can monitor it as you're driving along. Got dyno there to show you what's going on. So I think the 5.7 HEMI, this is a very good model because it gives you the soundtrack to America. It gives you reasonable fuel consumption. She'll use any fuel. You don't need to use the premium. Fuel caps over here. I just think to live with, I mean, a Hellcat is incredibly fast and has an awful lot of charisma, but a 5.7 HEMI to live with just gives you everything you could possibly want. And I think this car, with this spec and being one of 70, fantastic model to buy and keep. I think a good investment with them stopping making these in the next 6 weeks. Anyway, so who we got here? A 71 UK plate Dodge Challenger. We're 5.7 HEMI with the RT 50th anniversary package. We're just shy of 10,000 miles. We're wax oiled, we're immaculate condition. Probably one of the best colours you could possibly buy. Nice interesting colour. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.